Gia, quick weird one. When's the last time you made a decision in, under a minute? Big or small, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's easy. About 2 months ago, I walked into a place just to look, and I walked out having basically changed my whole life. A bit dramatic, I know.
Okay, now I have to hear this. Let's just run with that today. A quick decision you made that somehow turned out right.
Okay, so paint me the picture. Where were you and what was the decision?
So, I honestly didn't plan any of it. I went down to the animal shelter near my place just to look. I told myself I'm only looking. And then I saw this one scruffy little dog in the corner, and I just decided to go with my gut. Like in that second, I knew I was taking him home.
Oh, I want to flag that. Go with my gut. That's so much better than I decided by my feeling. Examiners love that kind of natural idiom. Hold that thought. Keep going.
Right, so he was this kind of gray, messy-looking thing. 1 ear up, 1 ear down. Not the cute puppy everyone wants. But he came over to the bars and just looked at me. And that was it for me.
Wait, were you not nervous at all? That's a huge call to make standing in a shelter.
That's the funny part. Not really. I decided on the spot, like within a minute, and I asked the staff what I needed to do. They actually looked a bit surprised because usually people go home and think about it, you know?
Quick one, on the spot. You just slid it in perfectly. Most people would say I decided very fast, and it falls flat. We'll come back to that one. Carry on.
So I filled in the forms right there, paid the little adoption fee, and they said I could pick him up 2 days later. I remember walking out kind of laughing, like, did I just do that?
Hold on, though. Had you been thinking about getting a pet before, or did this come out of nowhere?
Oh, I'd been going back and forth for months, honestly. Is it the right time? Is my flat big enough? Can I afford it? I just could never make up my mind. And then, in 1 second, standing there, it was done. All that thinking and the actual decision took no time at all.
There, make up my mind. That's the phrase. Way more natural than I couldn't decide. And you set it against the fast decision nicely. We'll dig into that later. Go on.
Yeah, it's strange, right? Months of overthinking. And then my brain just went quiet and said this one. I think part of me had already decided ages ago and was just waiting for the push.
So be honest. 2 months in, any regrets? Did it actually work out, or are you just telling me the nice version?
No, none at all, I promise. As it turned out, he's the calmest, sweetest dog. He sleeps under my desk while I work and barely makes a sound. It might genuinely be the best decision I've made in years.
And there's the fourth one, as it turned out. Lovely way to land the result. Most people just say finally or in the end. That little phrase does more work. Okay, last bit.
He's completely changed my routine too. I walk twice a day now, I get up earlier, I've met half my neighbours. For one tiny snap decision, it's rearranged a lot of my life.
So here's what I'm curious about. Are you normally a gut decision person, or is this totally out of character for you?
Honestly, completely out of character. I'm a chronic overthinker. I read 15 reviews before I buy a kettle. I make lists for everything. There's all this talk lately about decision fatigue, and I'm basically the poster child for it. But this whole thing taught me something. Sometimes all that research is just a way of avoiding the scary part. With the dog, I had no time to talk myself out of it, and that's exactly why it worked. I'm not saying I'll start doing everything on instinct, but I trust that quiet, fast feeling a bit more now.
That's a really good point. Do you think the fast decision was actually fast, or was it all that months-long thinking just arriving at once?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It looked like 1 second, but really it was months of thinking packed into one moment. So maybe trusting your gut is just trusting all the thinking you've already done without realizing it.
I love that framing. Okay, last thing. Would you tell other people to do it your way? Just decide and jump.
For small stuff, definitely. You waste so much energy deciding where to eat. For something big like a dog, I'd say only if the quiet feeling is really clear. If you're still arguing with yourself, that's probably not your gut. That's just panic.
That's a brilliant line to end on. Okay, Gia, can we rewind and zoom in on a few things you said? Because there's real gold in there.
All right, nice work there, Gia. Before we wrap up, let's go back and look at a few of the expressions you used. I want you to really lock these in.
Yes, please. I'd love to get these down properly.
Okay, first one. You said, go with my gut. Gia, what do you think that actually means?
I think it means deciding with your feeling, right? Like not really thinking it through, just doing what feels right in the moment.
Exactly that. Your gut is that instant instinct, the feeling in your stomach before your brain catches up. So, go with my gut is deciding from instinct rather than analysis.
Oh, okay. So it's specifically for the fast, no thinking kind of decision, not a planned one.
Right. And here's why it lifts your answer. Most learners say, I decided by my feeling, which is a direct translation and sounds a bit off. Go with my gut is the natural fixed phrase.
That makes sense. I always reach for my feeling because that's how I'd say it in my own language first.
That's the exact trap. You actually used it beautifully. You said, quote, I just decided to go with my gut. Totally natural.
Yeah, that one honestly just came out without me planning it, which felt kind of good.
One small thing to watch. Keep it for instinct decisions, not ones you researched for weeks. Now bank this rep. I didn't have time to think, so I just went with my gut.
I didn't have time to think, so I just went with my gut.
Perfect. That's yours now.
Next, on the spot. You dropped it in really smoothly. Gia, how would you explain it to a friend?
I'd say it means doing something straight away, like right there, without waiting or going home to think about it.
Spot on. It captures both the place and the moment. Right there. No delay. No, let me sleep on it. That's a lot of meaning in 3 little words.
Oh, nice. So it's stronger than just saying quickly because it's tied to that exact moment in the shelter?
Exactly. And that's the lift. Most candidates say, I decided very fast, which is fine, but flat. On the spot sounds like a real speaker and paints the scene.
Right. Very fast is literally my go-to phrase, so I can hear how it would sound a bit plain now.
You said, quote, I decided on the spot, like within a minute. That pairing is great. The idiom plus a concrete time.
Yeah, I think saying within a minute after it made it feel more real, like an actual story.
One thing to watch. Keep it to that exact moment. Don't use it for something that happened later that day. Now bank this. They offered me the place and I said yes on the spot.
They offered me the place and I said yes on the spot.
Lovely. That one's locked in.
Third one. Make up my mind. Gia, what's it doing in your sentence?
I think it just means to decide something, but maybe after you've been thinking about it for a while?
Yes, that's the nuance. It's reaching a firm decision after weighing things up. So it carries the whole process, not just the final click.
Oh, got it. So it's a bit richer than just saying decide, because it hints at all the thinking before.
Exactly. And it's strongest in the negative. You said, quote, I just could never make up my mind. That instantly tells me you struggled for ages.
Yeah, that's true. I couldn't decide sounds kind of empty next to it, doesn't it?
It really does. Here's the lift. Make up my mind is a phrasal verb examiners hear from confident speakers, while a bare decide sits at a lower band. Same idea, better texture.
So I should bank the negative version especially, because that's where it shows the most range.
Exactly right. One tip, keep it my mind, singular, even for a group. Now try the rep. I went back and forth for weeks before I could make up my mind.
I went back and forth for weeks before I could make up my mind.
Perfect. That's a keeper.
Last one. As it turned out. Gia, what kind of job is this phrase doing?
I think it's introducing the result of something, like telling people how it ended up in the end.
Right. And there's a little extra in it. It often hints the result was different from what you expected. A small and surprise it went well.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just finally. It kind of adds a feeling that I wasn't sure how it would go?
Exactly. That's the lift. Finally just marks time. As it turned out marks a result and adds reflection.
It sounds like a real storyteller.
That's good to know, because I say finally for everything, honestly. So this gives me some variety.
It does. You used it well. You said, quote, "As it turned out, he's the calmest, sweetest dog." Right before the payoff. Perfect placement.
Yeah, it felt natural there, because I really wasn't sure how the dog would settle in.
And that's the rule. Save it for when the result surprised you a little. Now, bank the rep. I was worried about it, but as it turned out, everything was fine.
I was worried about it, but as it turned out, everything was fine.
Beautiful. That's the workshop done. 4 phrases, all yours now.
Honestly, completely out of character. I'm a chronic overthinker. I read 15 reviews before I buy a kettle. I make lists for everything. There's all this talk lately about decision fatigue, and I'm basically the poster child for it. But this whole thing taught me something. Sometimes all that research is just a way of avoiding the scary part. With the dog, I had no time to talk myself out of it, and that's exactly why it worked. I'm not saying I'll start doing everything on instinct, but I trust that quiet, fast feeling a bit more now. Honestly, completely out of character. I'm a chronic overthinker. I read 15 reviews before I buy a kettle. I make lists for everything. There's all this talk lately about decision fatigue, and I'm basically the poster child for it. But this whole thing taught me something. Sometimes all that research is just a way of avoiding the scary part. With the dog, I had no time to talk myself out of it, and that's exactly why it worked. I'm not saying I'll start doing everything on instinct, but I trust that quiet, fast feeling a bit more now.